Hey, this is Jack again. This is Silent Hill 2 Part 11 video guide to 10-star ranking. And I'm about to dig up the key to get in the history place. Finally get to 75 kills any second as well. Well, not any second, but soon. Dig up the key. Funny if somebody already took it. Someone just left a note. I beat you to it. Game over. Now we just head into a straight line down the road to the history place and get a few more kills along the way. I only need 2 more now. My achievement will unlock after I get the next 2 kills. But unfortunately, once I enter the history place, I get killed after getting down the long staircase, which isn't exactly fair how I died. It was kind of a glitch way. You want to check it out, it's in the video description, I'll put it in there. But I had to do all this again, which took about another 40 minutes. But I did everything exactly the same again, so you're not going to miss anything. As long as you follow this part, everything I've done up to now, then you're good to go. But yeah, I do every single bit of this again. I probably did it a few minutes faster since I knew where the enemies were this time, but I did nothing else different. So now your achievement should unlock any second now on this road if you've been getting the kills up until now. And once it does, then that's it. You don't need to worry about getting any more of those shooting kills. You just go back to knocking them down and kicking them. Simple. There you go, keep your distance. That's for getting 75 shooting kills. And if you've already got the achievement, then hopefully you've been making notes of every kill you get, so you know when you hit 75. Like I said, I got killed in a bit, so I had to do all this again and make note of it this time. And when I finished the game, my kills were 75 exactly. So I miscounted a few of them here. So be sure that you counted all yours right. Or you might not be as lucky as I was. Up in at 75 kills precisely. So now you just want to run to the history place with your handgun equipped. Well, it don't matter what you have equipped, not let you in there unless you have a certain weapon. Hey, you're not coming in. Pull out the wooden plank and then you can. Oh, okay. Takes quite a while to get here. There's no other quick way you have to jog there. I wouldn't call it run. And once you get there, enter it. Now, I edit it now. Once I'm inside here, this is starting from where I had to. Where after I went back to my old save, pick up this in the cabinet. That's a special item needed for completing the game. Make sure you don't forget that. But when I just entered the history place, then now it's taken off from when on my second play after my first save. So I died after I went down here. You won't see it in this video. Like I said, just check the description if you want to see how there. It's kind of a funny, glitchy way, but it's a bit annoying. But yeah, as long as you've done everything up till now, then you won't miss a single thing, and you still get your 10-star ranking. As long as you meet all the other requirements, like your damage, do what I'm doing, running into enemies. So once you go down this giant staircase, this long staircase, kind of like the long ladder on Metal Gear Solid 3. And then you can finally pick up the first aid kit. That's what we came here for. Now you want to go back up this. No, you don't really. Enter the prison now. And this is where I died before. The guy got stuck in between the bars. If you've seen the video, then you know what I mean, how it happened. Okay, now I'm still counting the. There's a creeper here, by the way. Unfortunately, he gets me there. So I've took damage once again. Really annoying. I'm not doing good at all. Now you want to jump down the hole. There's plenty more where that comes from. About another 200 holes, isn't it? Now you want to. Well, you obviously already done this part. The fake wall isn't too hard to spot, but I think it was easier on the PS2 version because you can tell pretty easily on that. I'm just taking a random guess here. Unfortunately, I don't get it the first time. The second time, look at it, I get it now. And then you want to equip your handgun again because there's going to be some spitters in here now. Yeah, the spitters about now. How many we got past now? 2. Well, there's going to be quite a lot more actually before we get to the end of the game. There's one here and there's one right around the corner, so be careful when you go around the corner here. I almost run into him, but luckily I keep back. As you can see, he's just waiting for me to come around. Once again, I reset the camera behind James's back just so I can get a clear shot and know what I'm shooting, so I'm not shooting a wall. Another thing as well, if you can't turn the camera for whatever reason and you don't know if James is hitting his target or if the enemy is falling over or not, then you can just watch how James is holding his gun, because once the enemy falls over he'll be aiming it down at the ground. You probably already know that by now, but if not, by the way, your torch goes out now. Before you put the new battery in, go right next to the switch, the code thing, so you can immediately keep pressing A and enter it. There you go. Make note of the code. It won't be the same then on my game, so write my code down now. Yours will be completely different, random. It could be 2 numbers, it could be 3 numbers. But write them down and write down all the possible combinations. Once you've done that, start trying them and tick them off as you go. Unfortunately, I get really unlucky here. It takes me about 5 tries until I eventually get the right one. If I could take some damage there, one of the things bites me then. I'm really unlucky on this run. Be sure to cross them off as you go along so you don't tap in the same one. There you go. Unfortunately, I was pressing A too fast. I went back on the code. I managed to exit it though. So now you want to use that key you just picked up here, of course, and then jump down yet another hole. Funny, one of them just, you fall down, it said game over, but it only said it for a joke. But before it could tell you it was a joke, you just turned off the Xbox. It's not bad enough. Be sure to pick these up, especially that. You don't want to come back in this room for that. Because you're going to need 3 of them in a minute in order to progress. And there's one of them. I'm just filling my health up there. I like to keep my health on green at all times. Apart from before I went to the hospital. There's a few enemies up here. I think there's 2 of them. So watch out. Walk down here, don't run. The camera isn't that far ahead of you, so you can easily run into. See what I mean? He almost got me now. And then you want to pick up a map for the prison area, which is on the desk right in front of James. There we go. And now you want to enter this door on the right side of the wall. You sprint up to the left quickly and take care of the enemy here. You can sprint up to the left quickly. If you do, then I think he will come round the corner. Not that it matters, but if you can get him before he comes around the corner, then you've got a less chance of getting hit then. Now this other enemy would have came near the door, so shoot him from up here. Watch the gun in James's hand front it lowers. He was good at that stupid crawling then, but he didn't. Anyway, we'll continue next vid as always. See ya.